Now, everyone's making it in film and TV, but we don't really know how. Here, we uncover the truth. Welcome to the Your Cinema podcast. Welcome to the Your Cinema podcast today. This is a place where we explore the truth about the industry across film, TV, and theatre, and hear it directly from those who are smashing it in their fields. Today, we've got an absolutely amazing guest. I've known him for years, but his star has started to rise in recent years. He's been in the iconic first runs for Black Boys, which really set the tone, and is still echoing today. He's also currently in Eastenders, and you know what? You've probably been in like a whole bunch of other projects that I'm missing, but like this is only the beginning anyway. So I welcome my bro, Mark Akintimehin. What's going on, bro?
Morning, my guy. What's good? I'm all right.
I'm good. You're enjoying. You're enjoying, right?
As much as I can do.
I love that.
As much as I can do, man.
I love that. Do you know what? I really love your honesty and your humbleness as an actor. It's not something that I've really seen. Like, I think the closest really has been like Michael Salami in terms of like him saying, "Look, yo, do you know what? At some points I needed to work, whatever." But you don't care about showing those parallels in real time, which like I can't think of anyone else who does that. It's like, yeah, I love this thing, it's great, there are amazing highs, and these are also some other things that I do, and this is just life. Like, this thing is a job. It's not like I love that. I really do.
Yeah. I think I give people the benefit of the doubt that they probably do it as well. It's just I have the luxury of having a certain demographic within my work industry that have no understanding of both worlds. So I can be in one world and slip into the other with ease. And it's like, yeah, it's amazing. I like the thing about decorating, which you're talking about, is that no one knows, and it's not that they don't care. It's just as long as I keep it to myself, they treat me like anyone else, and it's like I like that. I like that. Let's keep it like that.
Amazing. Now I first saw you in Striker with Tom Mucci, yeah. But I wanted to know, when did you actually first start acting?
Oh boy, we're taking all the way back to like GCSE times. Or do you mean professionally?
Yeah, I guess it's a bit of both, because professional, someone could say professional is like when you get your first like paid job or whatever. So you can let's take it from GCSE and see how you progressed.
Well, GCSE obviously is secondary school. Then I went
Yeah.
to college and
Mm-hmm.
I studied performing arts.
Oh, for real?
This wasn't necessarily like all intentional. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be a big actor one day. Like, nah, it was just sort of like, I'll tell you the truth. I didn't really even know the. Someone asked me to give you the difference between BTEC and GCSE. I couldn't really explain it to you. I didn't know. So I just happened to end up. Performing arts wasn't actually my initial choice. Somehow we went with it. It was all aligned for me to do anyway. So I did that for college. Went to uni, or attempted uni. Went a bit off the rails. Came back to London for a bit, and I was sort of like lost, I would say, and sort of just floating with the wind. I felt like a leaf in the wind, just like being tossed everywhere. And it's like I sort of just reached back to one of my friends from college and was like, look, I want to do the acting thing properly. Would you put me in touch with your sister, or would your sister mentor me? And yeah, the rest is history, I guess.
Can we have some context as to who the mentor was?
Uh,
Yeah.
the mentor was Bola Agbaje. I think quite a few if you know sort of thing within the industry. Like
Mhm.
she's quite known for taking a lot of, I would say, then young actors.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't think a lot of us are so young anymore. But yeah, young actors and literally just putting us on. Well, when I say put us on, I would say just helping us through certain pitfalls. Like
Mm,
certain names you would throw would go back to Bola for advice for certain things. Like
mm,
so, she was literally that person that would be like, "Don't do this, do that, try this. You're good at that, do that," and you know she never really held anything from us. So
mm.
yeah.
I like that. I like that. So then, all right, cool. You're no longer floating in the wind. You've got a mentor, which is amazing. And what started to then happen? Like what how did that help steer you and what did it steer you towards?
Um, I could the immediate one of the immediate effects. It was like things sort of they seem to become a bit more streamlined. Like I seems to know what steps I was taking to a degree.
Okay.
I believe just after her becoming my mentor, and I'm not sure if this was directly related to her, but I got my first professional acting job, which was Anansi and the London Girl at the Lost Theatre. So yeah, that was an amazing experience. You know, I enjoyed it a lot. That was with Tom as well. I don't know if it was because we were.
Yeah.
I don't know how we both coincidentally were in that, but yeah, that yeah, that
No.
was one of the immediate things. I think in the long term, the question was what were the effects of having the mentor
Yeah.
in the long
What
term.
sort of things were happening as a result of that now that you've got the direction?
For me, it was being in the environment where lots of other actors were. So this was before COVID. So
Mm,
you remember before COVID, we would go to people's houses a lot more than what we
mm.
do now. So I might just pull up at Bola's house and this actor will be there and that actor will be there or that director will be
Boy,
there.
it was like that.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like these were like her mentees, you know what I'm saying? But and I would and they'd be discussing things amongst themselves, and I'd just be like a fly on the wall, just be like, oh, oh, and they'll be like, yeah. So I'll learn indirectly things to do and not to do, you know. So that was one of
Mm.
the longer term effects of just being around and having a mentor in general.
Yeah,
Yeah,
love that, love that. So you've done the play at the Lost Theatre, right?
yeah.
When did things start picking up for you?
Things
And what
start.
year? And you know what? What year was the play at the Lost Theatre?
That was 2016, I believe.
Okay, okay,
I I think that was the same year as Striker. It
okay.
was either the same year, just before it, or just after it. I'm not sure which one came first. I think it might have come after.
Mm,
Yeah,
okay,
just after.
nice, nice. So then, yeah, when did things start picking up for you?
I was probably after for Black Boys. Really, like
Wow.
keep it real with you. Yeah, like um. So I said I did the performing arts. I mean, I did construction.
Mm-mm.
I jumped out of that for a bit and I took a risk just so that I could sort of do drama, like unconventional drama school. I say unconventional. What's the real name for it? The one that's not formal, not full. It's not so, you know. It's not like the Lambda or the Radas. You know what I'm
What?
saying?
Where was it?
I did identity
Oh, so part time. It was part time. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
part
yeah.
time. What else did I did? I did National Youth Theatre as well,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
I jumped out of industries. I went to a lesser paying industry
Yeah.
just so that I could sort of do the acting thing, and it was a big risk. It was a big risk because I was just like, yeah, being anemic, being on the shop floor, it's not the best combo, because you'll be open to whatever time, you'll be half asleep, and it's like, yo. Even while serving customers, sometimes I'll be like half asleep, and it's like they'll be asking me, "Yo, are you all right?" Even customers at times will be asking me, "Are you all right?" But I did that just so that I could pursue the acting, and it all worked. I remember getting the job for Charles Tyrwhitt and getting into a drama school literally the day after, then going back to the Charles Tyrwhitt people and being like, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to be able to work weekends because I'm. And they were like, oh no, it's perfect. We already wanted you for weekdays anyway. So I was like, maybe God's doing something here because it doesn't really happen like this.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. So that's a reality of, because for black boys, really, that's like 2023, but then you're probably, I don't know, 20, maybe some bits of 2022 as well.
Um, I guess so. I mean, I'll be honest with you. From the first run, we sort of knew we had something here. We didn't know how far it would go. We didn't know if it'd have another life, but it was like, this is a special show. Maybe not necessarily like, London wide or whatever it is, but at least between the six of us plus the staff, we knew whether it stays right here in this smaller theatre or our thoughts wasn't even West End or anything like that at that time, but it was like, you see what we got here? Me, you. But life special is special.
Wow.
So, you know,
Wow.
yeah.
So, it's deep, right? Because the play is so iconic, right? But let's say the earliest that opportunity even came round was like 2022. That means that from like 2016 to 2022, like, what was going on? Were you just training? Was it like, yeah, like what?
Training for the most part. Training for the most part. Like, I wasn't doing any huge projects. I didn't. Did I? I'm trying to remember when I signed. I probably signed just before for Black Boys.
Mm.
So probably towards the end of 2020, beginning of 20. No, actually, it was in the midst of the first for Black Boys. I actually first got signed. So,
You were
yeah.
unsigned when you did for Black Boys.
Oh yeah. The very very first one. But that was 2021. That was coming out of lockdown. But it's funny. The drama school that I was doing in 2019, like we did always ask like what's people's plans or how are people feeling, and I was just like, I'm just planting seeds. And I didn't really know what I meant by seeds. I just was being intentional and like having faith. Like, I know something's coming. I know something's coming. I know something's coming. I know something's coming. I'm just planting the seeds. Seeds take time. I'm just being patient. Lockdown happened. Was what it was. Came out of lockdown. Continued. For Black Boys came. Didn't know what it was. Just knew it was special. Liked it. Enjoyed it. Uh-oh. This is happening. Uh-oh. That's happening. Oh. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So this is the seed. I was, okay, cool. Makes sense.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's mad. So, like, for Black Boys, right? For you, like, just what was that like?
Bro, I tell you like this. I'm talking about, we knew it was special from the first show, from the first reading. The first reading. Ask some of the original cast members, even some of the staff. After that, yeah, I don't know whether it's because I come from a certain background or maybe I was a little bit older than some of the other guys, but when we came out of that, I was like, yo, we went and they gave us some time. They were like, you guys could go take a breather if you want. So we, just the six, went into another room. While the staff around the table, they stayed in that room, and it was like, for them, they were like, and for us, for me personally, I went into that next room. I went into like Alex Ferguson mode. I gave the speech of my life. I was like, I don't know about you, man, but you see this thing here? Like, we're doing all right at the blah, 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 but you see them young G's out there? You see these, you see these young ladies out? Like, I was like, listen, because there was something, like, the full script, the full unedited script for Black Boys is long. It is so long, yeah. But if you have the time to read it, there's so much. Whatever you think you've seen on stage and that, it's all been stripped away. So we read the full unedited original that day, and I was like, yo, this is so important because there are people, like my past used to say things to us like, you may be the closest thing to Jesus Christ that someone knows, So I'd be thinking like, bruh, something that used to weigh heavy on me is, well, like, if I don't do what I need to do, will other people suffer because I've not risen to the occasion? So
Mm.
when I think about for Black Boys, it's like, I can't just look at this as, oh, it's a Wednesday afternoon, let me just, whatever. It's like, no, there is somebody that's going to be here for the first time, or there's somebody that's never going to have the opportunity to see this again. I need to make sure they leave understanding what the heck this is about. And after that, I can relax because I can't. You can only take someone to the water. You can't force them to drink. But I
Yeah.
need to make sure that I've done all that I need to do. And man, I don't know if some of them remember the talk, but I really, like, it was a lot of emotion, man. Because I knew it was important from them times. Yeah.
Like, yeah, man, because you guys really like, and I'm guessing that was your first time because it got a West End transfer as well, isn't it?
Off West End first,
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then a West End transfer afterwards. So we literally went through every level. You know what I'm saying? Apart from Fringe.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is, yeah, 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 yeah. So you've done for Black Boys, right? How did your
Yeah.
career change? Or was it even changing in the midst of it?
It was changing in the midst of it. It was changing in the midst of it. It was changing in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. In between it all, things are happening. Yeah. Yeah, it was gradual. It wasn't like, oh, Black Boys here, West End change. It was like throughout all different things because we were meeting so many different people as well, building so many different relationships. People were changing agents, people were finding their pockets, and yeah, it wasn't immediate at all.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. You know, so I guess when it finished, right? How did you feel?
Um, I mean, that Monday that you wake up after you finish the show is always a bit like, normally people wake up after the party and it's like, you look at your phone, you see, oh, no show, cool, and you just sort of deep, bruh, it's back to the roads. Nah, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Nah, but it's sort of like it's back to reality because you're living in this. Anyone that has a show, it's you're in this cocoon
Mm,
for a certain amount of time,
mm.
and You know, it's rehearsals, rehearsals, rehearsals. You man, what are you doing after rehearsals? I'm going, no, 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 no. Sometimes we go somewhere, sometimes we go home, you
Mm.
know, and it's that for a couple of weeks. And then for the rest of the weeks, it's coming in the afternoon, do your thing, go home. You might do this, you might do that. People might shout you guys and be like, oh, what, the cast? Yeah, the cast can come. It's sort of like, oh, yeah, you're with the cast. Oh, yeah, you guys, yeah, we can go here, we can go anywhere. We're allowed to. You know, one person might have a motive and it's like, yeah, man, tell them you're with the cast. Oh, yeah, they can all come. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's like
Beatles,
that.
the Beatles.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like that for a good while, and
Mm.
then it's done.
Yeah.
You know. So
Mm.
after the first two, I sort of knew, okay, what to sort of expect.
True.
Um, yeah, yeah.
You
So
mean
it's
the first two runs, innit? Because it's
yeah.
like a
After
block
the
of
first
shows.
first two
You stop,
runs,
and then yeah.
yeah, it's like because after the first two, it's like, okay, you know what, man, don't play
Yeah.
yourself. Don't wake up in the morning and then start be feeling you know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? You know what's coming. Don't try and act surprised now. You've done it before twice.
Mm.
So
I love that. I
yeah.
love that. I love that. So you have you've made your mark, right? Set in stone for Black Boys. That is always going to be there, right?
I hope so.
Now, well, it can't go anywhere. It's there, innit? Like it's there. What can we do?
Yeah.
But now you're currently in EastEnders, which is another amazing achievement and role because, like, so it's like it's a style of acting, isn't it? But there's
Mm.
also the rigor of, cool, here's your script, learn the lines quick. Like, from obviously, I've never been in a soap, but from people that I know that have been in soaps, they always talk about the rigor and the shooting out of sequence, but still knowing your story. And it's like, it seems like such an amazing skill to have in your arsenal. Um, but I wanted to know, right, specifically for you, what what is it like being a new actor on EastEnders?
Um. mm, it. It was interesting. It's more educational than anything, you know. Like whenever I go somewhere, I'm always trying to soak up what I can.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Um, like in my mind, it's like, okay, you ain't gonna be here for long, so soak up what you can and just do the best you can. Don't annoy them. Don't get in their way. Because one thing you'll learn very fast is I don't want to use the word territory, but some people have been literally like an office, been here for 4 years, 2 years, however long they've been here for. Their dressing rooms have their names, not like mine where it's a piece of paper that's on it. You know,
mm,
like literally screwed, like screws in with their name on it. Like, just understand the BBC is such a big machine. Yeah, there's people coming in and out every day. It's such a revolving door.
mm,
Even while I was recording, I saw three men that I knew come out and say, "Yeah, so grateful I got to be on EastEnders." I was thinking, bro, I thought it was just me. Like, nah, there's like the hell of other men that I know that have done it as well. So it's like, do I expect all of the cast to have been pally with them and everybody to be? It's like, not really. Just
mm,
because, like, if you go onto the set, you go onto the lot. Like, it's a huge lot, by the way, if
mm,
you've ever been there. So sometimes you don't know who's who. Like, if you're not introduced to them as this is gonna be so and so, he plays X, Y, and Z. His relation is da 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 da. You might be a camera guy. You might be someone doing the light. You might, and I'm telling you, they're all walking about constantly. So it's like, if you go in expecting everybody to come and hug you and put their arm around you and take you around, and don't get it twisted, there are some people that do that,
mm,
but the expectation will breed disappointment. But that's not me putting a dark cloud over it. It's just the reality of things. Like, people want to do their thing, do it well, and go home. You know what I'm saying? So don't expect to be coddled on that, because it'll just breed disappointment, sort of thing. But I don't blame you. You can't. You don't. After a while, being there, seeing it, experiencing it, you don't blame them, because also it's hard on their part. You know, some people are there literally expecting them to remember their names all the time, and it's like, these people meet hundreds of people, like, probably in a week, and you want them to remember your name, and that. It's like, you have to have some humility about it and understand and empathy, because it's not easy for them, you know. But all in all, they're a cool bunch. They're supportive. Everyone's supportive. Everyone is sort of there to make sure it's good in it. So yeah, it's good in that sense.
I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. And what was it like for you? Because this was your first soap, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what was it like in terms of the learning of the like the actual acting experience for you?
You see, learning lines by yourself, learning lines with someone that's not an actor, and learning lines with an actor are all three different things. And I've been through all of them, usually in that order. Like, learning it by myself, and then learning with someone in the house or something. And then, if I'm lucky, I might get one of my actor mates to, you know, run through the thing with me. And doing things with actors just makes things so much more easier, because they understand. Everybody just gets it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And they even challenge you. So it's like, there's that, but I don't always have the luxury, because um yeah, it's not like, oh, you get a script a month in hand. I won't give the specifics too much, just because I don't really know how much they want me to say or not say. But it's a quicker turnaround than what you might think, you know. It's not like a movie where you're given the script, like, well, I don't even know how they give scripts in movies, but it's not. It's not. Don't think you're gonna have 4 weeks in advance to learn it, and you're gonna come back. It's like, you're giving a bit of time, and then you go on and do the thing. But we do rehearse before going on set a little bit.
Really?
I mean, just as they're fixing the set and whatnot, you know,
Okay, okay, okay.
you just do a one, you know,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and then, you know, but they're good, they're accommodating. They were very patient with me, you know.
Okay. No, I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. I love that. No, when you said rehearsal, I was like, what? This is the
Oh no,
first
it's
I've
not like
ever
everybody come in
heard.
on a Saturday. Nah, 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 nah. I mean, rehearsal there. You're all in costume. Makeup's already done. You do a rehearsal, little row, you find the corner, then you do rehearsal. No, I'm joking.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Ah, my bro. Listen. Yeah. No. Did you know what? That was really insightful, and I love the journey because it's it's only continuing. And you're in a really humble space. Long may that continue. And yeah, man. Thank you. It's been amazing catching up with you.